Siamo online. Siamo online con questo titolo. E iniziamo subito una nuova partita, non vedo l'ora di vederlo. Veramente non vedevo l'ora.
All right, I'm ready.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Emmett Brown. I'm standing on the parking lot at Twin Pines Mall. It's Saturday morning, October 26, 1985, 1:18 a.m. And this is temporal experiment number 1. Come on, Einie. Hey, boy, get in there. That boy. In you go. Get down. Get your seatbelt on. That's it.
Whoa. Okay.
Please note that Einstein's clock is in precise synchronization with my control watch. Got it?
Right, check, Doc.
Good. Have a good trip, Einstein. Watch your head.
Che bei ricordi.
You got that thing hooked up to the car?
Watch this.
Yeah, okay. Got it.
Not me. The car. The car. If my calculations are correct, when this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit. Watch this, watch this. What did I tell you? 88 miles per hour! The temporal displacement occurred at exactly 1:20 a.m. and 0 seconds!
Hot Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ, Doc! You disintegrated Einstein!
Calm down, Marty. I didn't disintegrate anything. The molecular structure of both Einstein and the car are completely intact.
Where the hell are they?
The appropriate question is, when the hell are they? You see, Einstein has just become the world's first time traveler. I sent him into the future. 1 minute into the future, to be exact. And at precisely 1:21 a.m. and 0 seconds, we shall catch up with him and the time machine.
Cioè, non posso mettere che altra questa domanda. Hai costruito una macchina del tempo con una DeLorean.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
The way I see it, if you're going to build a time machine into a car, why not do it with some style? Besides, the stainless steel construction made the flux dispersal. Look out!
What
Doc?
the hell?
Huh, that's peculiar.
Where's the car, Doc?
It should have caught up with us 27 seconds ago.
Doc, what happened to Einstein?
No need for concern. It's probably just a minor miscalibration of the time circuits. Marty, could you get my notebook? It should be in the toolbox.
Che twist. Cioè, non è come la storia, quindi è tutta un'altra cosa. Ok, come mi muovo adesso? Ah, con WASD. Ok. Che bello. Ora seleziona la cassetta degli attrezzi. Cassetta degli attrezzi.
Notebook. Got it. Flux capacitor?
That's it!
What the heck's a flux capacitor?
My latest invention. The thing that makes time travel possible. In this notebook, I've detailed the nearly 3 decades of scientific breakthroughs necessary to build a working time machine. If it ever fell into the wrong hands, the consequences could be catastrophic. Let's see. It's Mass equals I times Z, and E equals the square root of Z times C squared. And the flux dispersal rate is inversely proportional to the fourth root of N,
Dobbiamo
carry the
andarcene
9,
da
then...
qui. Ma adesso sono indeciso perché la storia la conosciamo benissimo. Che faccio?
Let's see. It's mass equals I times Z.
Consequences could be catastrophic? Whoa. Deja vu. Doc?
Great Scott!
Doc, what is it?
I've made a horrible mistake.
Doc! No!
I'm sorry, Marty.
Doc, come back! Doc!
Wow.
Doc!
Marty, is everything okay?
Yeah, Mom. It was just a nightmare. I was in the past, and Doc was there.
Oh, ma quindi questo è tutto ambientato
Well, you're
dopo.
safe and sound now. Back in good old 1986. But you'd better get up. Your father's waiting for you.
Huh?
Weren't you going to meet him over at Doc's?
Holy crap! I'm late.
Sta andando a scatti la live. No, non sembra. Forse ogni tanto perde pacchetti. Vabbè. Ricordiamo che questo gioco è solo in inglese e e tedesco. In italiano hanno fatto tutto un bellissimo lavoro di traduzione questi ragazzi qua.
Dad, are we too late to stop the sale?
Better late than never. You wouldn't believe how much rare stuff there is back here.
That's Doc stuff. The city has no right to.
Now, son, I know you're upset, but your friend's been gone for months, and the city really seems hell-bent on using his land for that new parking garage. And, hey, is that a first edition Jules Verne?
It's just not fair. But at least things can't get any worse.
Hey, Marty!
Hi, Bill.
Come to see if the old crackpot had any buried treasure?
Nah, I guess I'm just remembering.
Quindi noi stiamo dopo tutto quello che è successo essenzialmente. Allora, quindi ricapitolando, noi ci troviamo dopo tutti gli eventi, se ho capito bene, perché Marty ha guardato una foto di Back to the Future 3, hai dato uno sguardo al plastico di Hill Valley di Doc. Allora, il plastico di Hill Valley, amplificatore.
It took me forever to repair this thing after I blew it out last time, and now some jerk's gonna pick it up for pennies.
Quindi questi sono tutti gli avvenimenti dopo i film. Bene. Il plastico sta di qua, vero? Sì. Guardatelo quanto è bello, Biff.
Hey, Biff.
Oh, hi, Marty.
Doc's not dead, you know. He's still around.
Oh, really? Do you see him around here?
Sempre stronzo, Biff.
I'm looking for something, in particular.
Yeah? Something valuable?
Vabbè. Chiediamogli solo che ci fa qui.
What are you doing here?
Well, I was as bummed as anybody to hear that the old nutcase had kicked it.
He's not.
But I'm not above picking through the remains. You know what they say. Don't look a gift horse in the butt.
Ok.
Never mind.
Never mind. Guardiamo questo plastico, va.
Doc built this model at downtown Hill Valley way back in 1955. The clock tower in the courthouse even works. What the? Is that Doc's notebook in there?
Hey, that looks just like the courthouse. You gotta hand it to the old coot. He was good with his hands.
Biff, can I see that a minute?
This would look great in my fish tank. Give the old carp something new to nibble on.
Can I see that model courthouse for just a second? I need to get something out of it.
Like what? A not guilty verdict? That was a joke.
Oh, but really, can I?
Nah, I think I'll hold on to it.
Give it here, Biff.
Well, well, look at what we have here. Looks like plans for something. What's a flux catheter?
It's none of your business. Doc asked me to...
Brown's worm food, kid. But this looks like it might be worth something. Ha!
Se hai bisogno di aiuto nel recuperare il taccuino di Doc da Biff, allora proviamolo a riparlarci.
Biff. I only want that notebook because, well, I'm sentimental. It's like
Non
a
che
piece of Doc.
funzioni con
Doc
Biff.
dead. Time to get over it and move on.
I'll pay you for it.
Proviamolo a pagare.
How much? Not enough.
Bene.
It's just a notebook with Doc's scribblings. What did Doc ever accomplish?
Nothing.
Then it's worthless, right?
If it was really worthless, you wouldn't want it so bad.
Vabbè,
I
gli
just
diciamo
can't let you
è
keep that
pericoloso.
notebook. It's dangerous.
What, is it set to explode or something?
Well, in a way.
I'll take my chances.
Ok. Vabbè, abbiamo visto che non mi serve.
Never mind.
E come faccio? Allora, mi ha detto aiuti. Ci vorrebbe un bel po' di forza per far chiudere... per far cadere il taccuino dalla presa di Biff. Quindi una bella forza. Una bella forza. Una l'amplificatore.
Took me forever to repair this thing after I blew it out last time, and now some jerk's gonna pick it up for pennies.
No, ci vorrebbe una bella forza. Un estintore, un martello. Che gli do in testa a questa? Che cosa gli do? Elmetto leggimente.
Feels like that was a lifetime ago. Actually, I guess it was. Seems kinda empty without the courthouse.
Box.
Hey, let me try, Marty.
Now, Biff, let Marty have his turn.
You got it, Mr. McFly.
Ha lasciato... Ah.
Enough of that junk.
Now, Biff.
Sorry, Marty.
Lo rifacciamo? Vediamo se tipo lo caccia o qualcosa del genere.
Now, Biff.
Sorry, Marty.
No, ok, vabbè. Allora, l'aiuto ci ha detto... Parliamo con
Hey, Dad.
Papino.
About Biff. Dad, I know you're trying to help.
He talks a big game, son, but he's not so tough. I've been dealing with him a long time. Believe me, I can handle him.
So can I.
Lo sappiamo.
I guess you can. Okay, son, I'll stay out of your way, but you know where to find me.
Ok, perfetto. No, è inutile
I'll
dirgli
keep
tutte le
looking around.
altre
Thanks,
perché
Dad.
è proprio inutile, diciamo. Mettiamo il... No.
Hey, Biff.
No.
Never mind.
Jukebox.
Wait, I got one.
Bella scelta.
Hey, don't cut off my music.
Hey, Biff. That notebook wouldn't mean anything to you. You wouldn't even understand what's in it.
You calling me ignorant?
Sì. Vedi, perché alcune me le leva, altre no?
I'll pay you for it.
How much? Not enough.
Never mind. It took me forever to repair this thing after I blew it out last time.
Secondo me
and now
devo
some
fare
jerk's
qualcosa
gonna
con
pick it up for
l'amplificatore.
pennies.
Perché gli aiuti ci vorrebbe un bel po' di forza per far cadere il taccuino dalla presa di Biff. Una bella forza. Quindi come se fosse tipo un'esplosione. Amplificatore. Chitarra.
Hey, Dad, why's my guitar got a price tag on it?
Sorry, son. Must have been an overzealous clerk. Just pick it up. I'll iron things out with the bank.
Pulsante sinistro sull'inventario che lampeggia per aprire l'inventario. Questo è l'inventario. Ah, abbiamo un inventario, che figo. Ok. Collegalo all'amplificatore.
Here's an oldie, but a goodie. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, look, it's Chuck Butthead. Let me show you how it's done. Well, it's 1 for the monkey, 2 for the snow, 3 to get ready now. Go, Scott, go.
Let's make some noise.
Sappiamo bene che cosa succede, vero?
And now, something your kids are really gonna like.
Thanks for warming them up for me, butthead. Now watch me blow the lid off this joint.
Whatever you say. Rock on, Biff.
Oh, shit.
Doc, where are you?
Questa è la versione nuova però, con il, come si chiamava, quello per mettere i rifiuti, no, il datamatic, vabbè, comunque una cosa del genere. Ma ci sarà...
Doc?
no, ci sarà Einstein.
Einstein! Where do you come from, boy? Didn't you bring Doc with you?
Questo viene da quella sera. No, quindi, cioè, lui stava sognando prima il fatto che non è mai comparsa la macchina.
Okay, Doc, I know I haven't seen you in a few months, but I'm pretty sure this isn't your shoe.
Marty?
Ah!
Marty, if you're hearing this recording, then the DeLorean's automatic retrieval feature is a resounding success.
Automatic retrieval?
In case of my failure to return to the DeLorean within an allotted time, I programmed the time machine to jump to these four-dimensional coordinates without me. As you are well aware, time travel is an inherently risky activity, and despite my elaborate precautions, there's always the possibility that I could land in trouble sometime. And that sometime is now, or then, or maybe later.
He's in trouble.
Giusto?
Come to my rescue in the past, or was it the future? Anyway, I'm relying on you to do it again. Please take the DeLorean back, or forward, to whatever it is I'm stuck in time. When you get there, I'm sure you'll figure out what to do.
That's it? Aren't you gonna tell me when that is?
Just go to the date specified on the time circuit readout under the heading marked Last Time Departed. Good luck.
Right, last time departed. Oh, jeez. Come on. Crap! Oh, great. How am I supposed to find him now? I can use those to enter a date into the time circuits. Once I know when to look for Doc.
Allora, analizziamo quello che abbiamo trovato. Una scarpa. Una foto. Perché dove abbiamo una foto di George? Beh. Taccuino. Forse l'ha scritto nel taccuino? Aspetta. si faceva? Abbiamo detto tasto destro. No, tasto sinistro.
Nah.
Ah, no. No, ok. Oddio, forse Einstein ci può aiutare. Ciao, bello.
What kind of trouble is Doc in, Einie?
Ci ha risposto. Giusto. Come faccio?
Looks like the time circuits still work. Now I only need to know when to look for Doc.
C'è più niente da cliccare nella macchina. Non c'è nulla. Segui la pista che conduce a Doc.
Keep
Esamina.
this picture of my dad to remind me that even the most hopeless losers can grow up to be pretty cool guys.
È appena dato dello sfigato a tuo padre. Vabbè. Questo...
This notebook has all of Doc's plans for the flux capacitor and the DeLorean. I'd better make sure it never falls into the wrong hands. And by wrong hands, I mostly mean Bit.
Che già ci ho combinato un bel casino. Ok.
This time-traveling shoe is my only clue to finding Doc. Ah! Ah!
Ok, quindi dobbiamo partire dalla scarpa.
This time-traveling shoe is my only clue to finding Doc.
Ok, vediamo se quel geniaccio del padre posso entrare di nuovo in casa? No? Posso più rientrare? E come faccio? Quindi non posso entrare. Ah, devo fare tutto da qua allora.
I don't think so.
E no, vedi, qualsiasi cosa clicco al di fuori del tempo-circuito del flusso canalizzatore non mi fa fare nulla. Non voglio già usare gli aiuti. Non c'è niente altro, per esempio qua, no, no. Display dei tempo-circuiti, no. Qua nemmeno, il volante niente, lui nulla. Tastiera e display,
I can use
tastiera.
those to enter a date into the time circuits.
Ok.
Once I know when to look for Doc.
Una scarpa con il tacco alto nella DeLorean, qui c'è qualcosa che puzza. E va bene, ok. È che la scarpa era all'indizio, l'avevamo già capito.
This time-traveling shoe is my only clue to finding Doc.
Ma possiamo andare tipo a chiedere a qualcuno? Non mi fa fare niente. Ah, aspetta, forse... Ma mi sembra stupido dare la scarpa al cane, però...
What do you know about this shoe, Einie? Great Scott! I think he's onto something.
Perché avrei dovuto far annusare la scarpa al cane? Vabbè.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. How's this supposed to lead me to Doc, Einie?
Vediamo chi ci abita.
It's locked.
Sì, ma vedi chi ci abita. Citofono. Strickland?
Step away from the door. Now, let me get a look at you.
Einstein, come on!
Just as I suspected. Hooligans! Get along now! Scat!
Non sono un
I'm not a
teppista.
hooligan, ma'am. I'm a teenager.
I wasn't born yesterday, young man. Aren't you the miscreant who skateboards through the town square every morning between 8 and 8:30 in a decidedly unpunctual manner?
Yeah?
All skateboarders are hooligans. It's a fact.
Che
Look it up.
generalizzazione. Vabbè, chi è lei?
Gee,
Questa pensa
Strickland.
che
You aren't related to Vice Principal Strickland, are you,
sarà la
ma'am?
mamma.
Not that it's any of your business.
Ah, sorella.
But I'm his sister, Edna. Oh, and you're one of those McFly slackers, aren't ya?
Yes, what's old man Strick? I mean, what else has your brother been saying about me?
Nothing I couldn't have deduced from myself, slacker.
Mi era venuto il dubbio che non si sentisse. Allora, ho qualcosa per lei. No, Einstein mi ha portato
State your business, child. You're making me miss Merv.
Well, see, that's the thing. I'm not sure why I'm here. Einstein here brought me, and
Well,
Ho
can you let me
qualcosa.
in? I've got something to show you.
what is it? Let me see.
Facciamogli vedere. Gliela lancio. Gli lancio la scarpa.
A shoe? Wow, now what would I want with a... Huh? Stay there!
Non mi guardi così, signora.
Leave that creature outside!
Sorry, Einstein.
Sei un cane buono. Aspettaci lì. Davanti alla finestra
Took you
proprio.
long enough.
There's a lot of stairs.
To return the shoe, I mean. I lost it ages ago. You can put it down next to the other one. Much better. So neat and orderly. I suppose you'll be wanting some sort of reward now.
No,
All I've got is tea and candy.
But
I'm sorry I called you a hooligan. I try not to jump to conclusions, but after all, 9 out of 10 people in this city are hooligans. It's a fact. Look it up.
Non ha acceso il
Have a
fuoco.
seat, Sonny. Hey! You kids! Put out those cigarettes!
Foto.
is that Vice Principal Strickland?
Mother never could keep little Gerald out of her clothes.
Marshal Strickland.
My grandfather, gunned down by Mad Dog Tannen over 100 years ago.
That's not how I remember it.
È tutto collegato. È tutto collegato. È bellissimo.
Jeez, they all look like they've got sticks up there.
What's that?
Nothing.
Non si dice termosifone.
Man, she keeps it hot in here.
That's the kettle. I'll be right back with some tea. And don't touch anything.
Cavolo, non so che cosa prendere. Aspetta, che cosa dovrò prendere il giornale?
Juveniles collide with manure truck. Nice picture. Brown Mansion destroyed. 1962. No, that's not where Doc's stranded. I don't even know where to start looking for clues in these stacks. Wish I could narrow it down to a year at least.
Effettivamente.
Firm announces plans for Lone Pine Mall. Peabody Ranch to be rezoned for commercial development. I don't even know where to start looking for clues in these stacks. Wish I could narrow it down to a year at least. Stop looking at me.
Yeah, that's peculiar. The water still hasn't come to a boil.
Forse dobbiamo parlare con lei.
Miss Strickland?
Jack! Diane! I know what you're doing behind that tree!
Yes?
Perfetto.
Do you remember when you lost your shoe?
Shoe?
That shoe over there.
Oh, that shoe! Huh. Hi, what a nosy Nelly! No one likes a busybody, you know.
But
Oh, fine, let me think about it. Yes, I remember. I lost it in a scuffle with a dog. Oh, when was it? Oh, yes, the day that speakeasy burned down.
a speakeasy in Hill Valley?
Don't act so surprised, young man. Your generation doesn't hold a copyright
Copyright.
on moral depravity, you know. Sin has been on the prowl in Hill Valley since the day it was founded.
Bar clandestino.
Wow,
Figo.
speakeasy. That must have been wild. Is it true they used to drink gin out of slippers like my grandma said?
Don't romanticize the past, young man. Prohibition was a time when gangsters ruled the town while honest citizens quaked in their beds.
Dov'era il bunker
Where was it?
clandestino?
That speakeasy that burned down, I mean.
That was ages ago. If you're looking for
No.
bootleg hooch,
No, I'm just curious, that's all. I'm a student of history.
student of history, my Aunt Fanny. Yeah, your generation of hooligans and slackers could give two ripe figs about history.
Miss Strickland?
Oh, video store!
Huh?
The speakeasy used to be hidden in plain sight down there in the town square, right where that disgusting videotape rental store squats today.
So the video store building must have gone up after the speakeasy burned down.
Giusto.
Following year, as I recall.
Ok, vabbè.
Don't let me keep you from your business.
You there! Don't even think about tossing that
Ci servirebbe
Kleenex
qualcuno
on the
di
ground!
tipo lei che sorvegli chi butta la monnezza. Allora,
Don't touch those! My newspapers are in pristine condition
ok,
and
la devo far allontanare.
meticulously organized. Not about to let some street punk get jam all over them.
Bella questa, vabbè.
There's the whistle. Surely the water's boiling by now.
Mo' devi trovarlo subito, ragazzo mio.
Clint Eastwood plunges to death on runaway train.
Clint
All right,
Eastwood.
Einstein brought me this shoe, and Miss Strickland lost the shoe on the day the speakeasy burned down. But when did the speakeasy burn down? I at least need to know the year.
Ho capito, se cerchi alla fine.
October 28th, 1985. Authorities still mystified by mall shootout. I don't even know where to start looking for clues in these stacks. Wish I could
Ottobre
narrow it down to a year
dell'85,
at
un anno
least.
pericoloso.
October 28th, 1985. Authorities still mystified by mall shootout. I don't even know where to start looking for clues in these stacks. Wish I could narrow it down to a year at least. October 28th,
No, vabbè, ma basta, mi
1985.
mostra sempre la stessa
Authorities
cosa.
still mystified by mall
E
shootout.
come faccio a sapere l'anno?
I don't even know where to start looking for clues in these stacks. Wish I could narrow it down to a year at least.
Aspetta, aspetta, come ci sta ancora altra roba.
That's what you get with these cheap, foreign-made kettles. But trying to find an American one nowadays. Ugh.
Ciotole del gatto.
Oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Miss Pretty Whiskers is very particular about who handles her food.
Ci dovrebbero essere altre foto allora.
Jeez, they all look like they've got sticks up there.
What's that?
Nothing.
Scarpe.
Miss Strickland lost that shoe the day the speakeasy burned down. When was that? Miss Strickland, about your tea. You forgot to turn on the...
U! It's spelled with a U! You illiterate vandal!
Caramelle.
Oh, the candy looks older than I am.
Effettivamente.
Excuse me, Miss Strickland?
Bel
Doing some
binocolo.
stargazing?
Oh, I set my sights on lower things. Is that? Tim Tannen! Get away from that hubcap before I call your father!
Tiff. Cosa se ne
What's with
fa?
all these newspapers?
This is my personal archive. I've got every issue of the Hill Valley Telegraph ever published.
Get out. Every single issue?
From 1871 to the present. If it happened in Hill Valley, you'll find it in my stacks.
Ok. Quei giornali
I guess
potrebbero...
somewhere in these stacks there must be an article about the speakeasy burning down.
Naturally. I probably wrote it myself. I was quite a reporter back in the day.
E me lo dici
Any
ora?
idea what date that article came out?
Well, obviously the day after the speakeasy
Sì,
burned
l'anno.
down.
sparascillanno, signorina dei miei
I
stivali.
guess somewhere in these stacks there must be an article about the speakeasy burning down.
Naturally. Yeah, I probably wrote it myself. I was quite a reporter back in the day.
Any idea what date that article came out?
Well, obviously the day after the speakeasy burned down.
Sì, vabbè. No.
Don't let me keep you from your business.
Adesso me lo fa
I told
mettere?
you not to
No.
touch those.
Ok. Signora mia, allora ti vai a ricontrollare di nuovo il bollitore. Ah.
There's the whistle. Surely the water's boiling by now.
Questa prima o poi si renderà conto che c'è il fuoco spento.
October 28th,
No!
1985. Authorities still mystified by
Non posso
mall
nemmeno
shootout.
skipparlo.
I don't even know where to start looking for clues in these stacks. Wish I could narrow it down to a year at least.
Ho capito, ma non ce l'abbiamo. La
Jeez,
lampada?
don't
No.
look like they've got sticks up there.
What's that, dear?
Nothing.
I'm gonna write a sternly worded letter of complaint.
Come faccio ad ottenere l'anno? Sappiamo che è stato costruito, come si chiama, il coso. Forse devo insistere. Dov'era?
So the video store building must have gone up after the speakeasy burned down.
The following year, as I recall.
Continuiamo con il bar.
The video store building must have gone up
E
after
niente,
the speakeasy burned down.
ci siamo incartati.
Following year, as I recall.
Possiamo andare.
Don't let me keep you from your business.
Possiamo teoricamente uscire, vediamo se ci fa andare all'audio. Non lo so quanto è ampio il gioco.
Would you mind if I stepped out for a minute? I just remembered a video I've got to return.
Do you have to go? I get
Vedi,
so
devo
few
riconsegnare un video.
visitors these days.
But
And I'd hate to have to tell my brother, your vice principal in charge of discipline, how rude you were to me. Especially with graduation coming up and all.
E quindi non posso nemmeno uscire. E me ne vado.
There's the whistle. Surely the water's boiling by now.
I guess I'm stuck here for a while.
The polite guest stays out of the host's kitchen, Mr. McFly.
Ma non so più che fare, mo.
October 28th, 1985. Authorities still mystified by mall shootout. I don't even know where to start looking for clues in these stacks. Wish I could narrow it down to a year at least.
Ah, oramai non dice proprio più nulla, ok. No, sono bloccato. Perché io non so dov'è il video store, quello è il problema. Pure rompiamo informazioni.
Surely the water's boiling by now.
Vedi.
Hey, mind if I use your binoculars for a sec?
Go ahead, dear.
...1932.
Rebuilt in February 1932.
Perché in
The
America
fire must have
rimettono
happened
queste
before then.
cose?
But when? I need a date.
Don't look at me. I'm far too old for you.
1932, quindi mo tu ti vai a rivedere il bollitore e io mi cerco nel 1932.
There's the whistle. Surely the water's boiling by now.
Vada. Adesso mi dovrei
Let's
cercare.
see. Ground broken on site of former speakeasy. Singer vanishes. Hill Valley Expo delights crowd. Soup kitchen exposed. Here we go. Speakeasy arsonist slain. Legal procedure gave way to old-fashioned vengeance last night when a mob descended on the Hill Valley police station. The suspect in the speakeasy arson case, a drifter known as Carl Sagan, was pulled from his... Carl Sagan? It's Doc! Killed by a mob. What's the date? June 14th, 1931. Jeez, I gotta rescue him.
Che casino.
My newspapers!
Sorry, Miss Strickland. Let me...
Oh, you've gotten my history out of order. Oh, do you know how long it'll take to fix what you've done? Oh, get out, get out, get out! Help! Police! I'm being attacked by hooligans!
Ma mi dici dove hai trovato i vestiti?
Marty! Where you been, son? And what are you doing in that getup?
Didn't I tell you? I got the lead in the school play. We're doing...
Grapes of Wrath?
Right.
Oh, Steinbeck! Who are you playing? Never mind, you don't have to explain. I'm sure whatever it is you're up to, you know what you're doing, right?
O meno?
I hope so.
Hey, sometimes you gotta go out on a limb for the ones you love, right? Wish my dad had understood that. You won't stay away too long.
You'll barely know I was gone.
Che anno abbiamo
Ready
detto?
to go, Einstein?
1932. Ti prego dimmi che non devo inserire io l'anno perché non me lo ricordo. Allora accendiamo questo.
On. Flux capacitor. Fluxy. Okay. If Doc's gonna get killed on June 14th, 1931, I'll just show up the day before.
Perché un giorno? Poi una
And get him
settimana.
out. I hope you know what you're doing, Doc.
Dimmi che posso guidare la DeLorean. Lo mettiamo sempre dietro al solito tabellone, Marti?
Einstein, where'd you go now, boy?
Beh, erano pur gli anni 30. Questa città non cambia mai, diciamo.
Young man? Excuse me, young man?
Who, me?
You're the only man in the street, and I'm looking for a man-in-the-street reaction. Naturally, you know about the explosion that destroyed this illegal gin establishment.
I read about it, yeah.
What's your opinion of Carl Sagan, the stranger who single-handedly did what the law has been unable to do for 10 long years, namely, rid Hill Valley of the scourge of liquor?
There's gotta be some sort of mistake here. Carl wouldn't do something like that.
It's surprising the lengths a person will go to when it's a clear-cut matter of right and wrong. You've got an honest look about you. You do support the side of righteousness, I trust.
Ovviamente devo dire per forza sono
Doc get
favorevole.
himself into...
Doc?
Doc is his nickname. I'm good friends with Carl.
You are? Really? Oh, but I need an unbiased opinion for my story. Pretend you don't know him. How would you feel about his heroic act of destruction?
Sono contro le bombe.
Well, I'm not so big on bomb blasts.
Yes, but this bomb blasted a speakeasy, the very symbol of lawlessness and corruption. You're all for cleaning up the town, aren't you? Do you have a message for the vicious gangsters who still roam these streets? No doubt plotting to corrupt our citizens with another den of booze, sin, and debauchery?
Gli starò alla calcagna. No, perché poi leggono il titolo e mi vengono a cercare, già lo so. No.
No, not really.
That's the spirit. Destroy them with indifference. If we refuse to patronize their establishments and glorify their wicked exploits, they'll soon be
Che
exposed for the pathetic
palle.
wretches they are. May I get your name?
Yeah, it's...
Sonny Crockett, Harry Callaghan, Michael Corleone. No, voglio essere Corleone.
Michael Corleone.
Thank you for sharing your candid opinions, Mr. Corleone. Edna Strickland, Hill Valley Herald.
Lo sapevo.
I know. I met you back. I'm familiar with your work.
You read my column? How sweet. I know it's just an etiquette column, but I believe it'll lead to bigger and better... Oh!
Einstein, no. Down, boy.
Is this wretched creature yours? He assaulted me once before.
What's got into you?
Aggressive dogs must be kept on leash at all times. It's the law. Look it up.
Doc. I gotta find Doc.
Sta la polizia. Che bello il fatto che sia, tra virgolette, open world. Mi fa impazzire. Ma com'era
I guess
piccolo
this is where
sto
the
coso?
speakeasy burned down. How'd Doc ever get mixed up in that?
Beh, chiediamolo direttamente a lui, scusami. Quindi ha detto tasto destro o tasto sinistro? Men... come? Sì, va bene, trovo Doc.
Hey, can I get some moose?
What does this look like, a hunting lodge?
You gonna buy anything?
No.
Then get out, Mom.
Ma com'è complicato camminare. No, di qua. Ok, vai diritto. No, nonostante ho dovuto abbassare la grafica, non è che abbia perso granché di... Anche se forse voi vedete proprio a scatti, però questo è colpa del computer.
No.
Ok, dobbiamo assumere prima un... pizza. Non mi fa aspetta. Ecco.
Doc!
Marty!
Doc!
What are you doing here?
You sent for me, Doc.
I did? When?
May 14th, 1986.
1980? The automatic retrieval system, of course. I'd almost forgotten about that.
So what's our plan for getting you out of here?
Plan? We don't need a plan.
We don't.
Not in the slightest. The police picked me up for that speakeasy fire a couple of weeks ago, but the DA hasn't got a case. They're releasing me tomorrow morning.
So basically, I traveled 50 years into the past to deliver your car?
Sorry about that, but it's so wonderful to see you. We have a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, you might want to hold off on that, Doc.
Great Scott! I'm going to be gunned down by gangsters on the steps of the courthouse.
Why would they do that?
Guess they didn't approve of my burning down their speakeasy.
Very funny, Doc. Maybe now we should come up with a plan?
A plan? Right. But what?
Avvertiamo le autorità, torniamo indietro nel tempo, mai. Facciamoci valere, parliamo con i gangster,
Maybe I can talk to the gangsters. Tell them they're about to shoot the wrong guy.
I don't think the criminals of this era are going to be very receptive to a complete stranger telling them that their secret assassination plan is misguided.
Noi siamo Corleone. Facciamoci valere.
Try to tough it out. Now that we know what's coming, maybe we sneak it past the gangsters with a bulletproof vest or something.
That might work with 1 or 2 bullets, but from the looks of this article, it appears that I'm going to be mowed down in a hail of Tommy gun fire that rendered the innocent stranger little more than a puffy mass of bones and gristle.
Who writes like that?
According to the byline, one Edna Strickland.
I should have guessed.
Avvertiamo le
Tell the
autorità.
authorities.
Tell them what? That my friend from the future has proof that I'll be murdered tomorrow? They'd ship us both off to the loony bin.
Doc, mi stai ammassando tutte le alternative.
The inside of a 1931 insane asylum.
Cioè, tornare indietro nel tempo non...
Why don't I take the DeLorean, go back in time before you were arrested, and stop you from getting caught in the first place?
Don't even think about it. Without my unjust incarceration, the events that sent you into the past might never
Esatto.
happen, resulting in a paradox of continuing
Come al solito.
proportions.
Jeez, we've been back together for 5 minutes, Doc. And you're already talking about the end of the universe. I missed that.
Don't be ridiculous, Smarty. I was only referring to the end of the universe as we know it.
Suppose I could just get some dynamite and break you out of jail.
No, that's far too dangerous. Not just to me, but to random innocent people in the past. The repercussions could be... That's it!
What's it?
My rocket-powered drill.
You have a rocket-powered drill?
Not yet. I haven't built it yet.
You've lost me, Doc.
Listen, a few months ago, my 17-year-old self sent in a patent application for a rocket-powered drill. I abandoned the project after I never heard back from the patent office, but the prototype should be nearly complete.
Great, I'll just run back to your lab and...
No, I said nearly complete. You need me to help you finish it.
How the hell am I supposed to sneak a half-finished rocket-powered drill into your cell?
Not me! 1931 me!
Lo
Wait a
sapevo.
minute, Doc. You want me to convince your 1931 self to build a rocket-powered drill to break you out of jail?
Precisely!
Già l'abbiamo incasinato più volte lo spazio-tempo. Dove posso trovarti?
Okay, let's say I go along with this crazy idea. Where can I find you? I mean, the other you.
How should I know? It was over 50 years ago. Why don't you go over to the soup kitchen next door and give my house a call? They'll know where to find me.
Soup kitchen. Got it.
Just stay away from the soup. It'll cause irreparable damage to your digestive system.
I guess I better get started. Don't worry, Doc. I'll get you out of here in no time.
I'm not worried. Once you and my younger self put your heads together, you'll be unstoppable.
Ma quanti anni aveva? 17 anni. Allora, quindi mo... Aspetta. Dove devo andare?
Brown Estate. Klondike 51038. Now, where's that soup kitchen?
Mensa dei poveri. Su. La mensa dei poveri, cioè a fianco alla stazione di polizia. E Doc non lo sapeva, va bene. Un po' di buchi della trama, però. Non dirmi che è Doc quello, no. Di che anno è questo gioco?
McFly! Biff? Kid! Grandpa?
Non ci credo.
That's Mr. Tannen to you, Artie. What are you doing out here?
Well, I was getting kind of hungry, so I figured I'd come down here for some free soup.
Just thought I'd come down for some soup. Think, McFly. The DA's throwing around subpoenas like Babe Ruth.
I don't think Ruth's a pitcher anymore.
Shut it. If one of those subpoenas landed in the hands of my number cruncher, I'd be in a whole lot of trouble. I could even get sent up the river. You wouldn't want that, would you? Would you?
Would you?
No, of course not, kid.
All right. That's better.
Kid
What are you looking
Biff.
at, punk? Keep your eyes on the soup, kid. Well,
Well, what?
what are you still doing here?
Sorry, kid. I'll just run back to the safe house.
You do that. And McFly,
Yes?
that hat's too flashy. You better let me hold on to it. Now scram!
You got it, boss.
And don't come out until I give you the all clear. I swear, if even one of you mooks could add 2 plus 2 without your fingers, I'd dump that wimp into the lake. Hey! Anyway, I'm off to make myself irresistible. Don't let anyone burn down the shop while I'm gone.
Bene. Comunque questo gioco è del 2010, quindi c'ha 10 anni. Porca miseria.
Brown residence?
Hi. Do you know where I could find Emmett Brown?
Young Master Brown is currently tending to his clerking duties at the courthouse. Who may I say is calling?
The courthouse? Doc never told me he worked at the courthouse.
Infatti secondo me mentiva alla famiglia.
I better not talk to him. I don't want to mess up his timeline. Okay. Hey, never mind.
Tutti molto gentili qua, eh? Palazzo di giustizia. C'è al tribunale. Andiamo al tribunale. C'è la torre dell'orologio alla fine. Che bello, non sono mai stato alla torre dell'orologio. Ciao Einstein.
Hey, how you doing, Einie?
Comunque va pure a me a scatti, quindi non è solo a voi. Vabbè, tranquilli, non c'è problema. Sì, gira la telecamera. La telecamera. Non so dove andare. Qua. No. Non mi fa andare. Palazzo di giustizia. Devo andare al palazzo di giustizia. Cerca il giovane Emmett Brown. No. Law office.
Hello?
No solicitors!
Ok. Ma non è pingabile il Ok, andiamo a parlare di nuovo con Doc. Chiediamogli che ci faceva alla ok.
Psst, Doc!
Marty, have you found my younger self yet?
Lavorava in tribunale?
So, according to the British guy on the phone, you're working at the courthouse.
Of course. In the summer of 31, my father made me work as a junior clerk.
That doesn't sound like any fun.
I hated every minute of it. My father was, strict. In any event, you should head over to the courthouse right away and introduce yourself to me.
Ho visto mio
Guess who I
nonno.
bumped into at the soup kitchen? My grandfather.
No!
Don't worry, I didn't talk to him or change his future or anything.
Good.
I wish I could, though. This era's tannin is treating him like dirt.
Don't worry. If history plays out as it's supposed to, he'll soon be out from under Kit Tannen's thumb and free to live out his life as a humble accountant with your grandma. What was her name again?
Sylvia.
Right, Sylvia.
What does a law clerk do anyway?
Horrible paper shuffling task, but that's not important. Get yourself to the courthouse and find me.
Va bene. E come ci
Hang in there,
arrivo?
Doc.
Not the best choice of words, Marty.
È la torre dell'orologio, devo arrivare là, ma come ci si arriva? Posso attraversare? No. Come politically correct mi fa attraversare solo sulle strisce. Loro non hanno, diciamo, però. Come odio. Ma non mi aveva detto che potevo correre. Come? Prima di tutto fatemi salvare. No. Salva. Ok. Ah, quindi salva in automatico, autosalvataggio, riprendendo dalla chiamata della terrore mandata da Doc. Ok, salviamo. Okay. Torna indietro. Come cacchio si corre? Sottotitoli, grafica. Si corre con shift. Si corre con shift. Ok. Almeno così facciamo un poco prima. Ok, siamo al tribunale. Eccolo.
Don't touch those. These are very sensitive legal documents. Nobody is supposed to handle them but sworn officers of the court. Judge Brown says so.
Judge Brown? Doc. Nice to meet you. I'm Michael, Corleone.
Emmett Brown. But I am a law clerk, not a doctor. Now please get out of my way. I have important business to transact. Naturally, H2A multiplied by the inversion of H has to come out less than expectation value of A, right? No. What am I missing here? Or do we take H's stance of permitting a lot?
Listen, Emmett, you don't know me, but I'm your friend.
I'm not big on friends. They get in the way of work.
C'è qualcosa che dovrei...
Come on, Doc. Emmett, drop the Legal Eagle Act. I got something more important for you to do.
Mr. Corleone, I'll have you know that the law is the very mortar that holds society together, and we in the legal profession are like brick masons building the edifice of the future.
Your dad tell you that?
Every morning.
Vediamo quando pensa di finire.
What time are you through with work?
Depends. On weeknights, Pop sometimes keeps me in the office till 9.
9 at night? But today's Saturday.
Right. So I probably won't get off before 10.
Glielo diciamo
I
noi.
understand you're working on a new invention in your lab.
Invention? You must have me mixed up with somebody else. I'm in law. I have absolutely no interest in science. Wait, is that even possible? Oh, let's start over.
Seguiamola ancora.
Come on, wait up a minute.
You again? Can't you see I'm busy?
Non si preoccupi, anche io sono
See,
uno
I'm
scienziato.
sort of in the science business myself. That's why I sought you out.
Not that I care in the least, because science is the furthest thing from my own area of interest, which is law, but I don't believe you.
It's true. I'm a scientist.
So tell me something, Mr. Scientist, from your vast storehouse of scientific knowledge.
Porca miseria. Non abbiamo letto.
The leg bone's connected to the thigh bone?
Amazing.
Okay, so you don't want your old man to know. That's fine. Listen, we all keep secrets. But I'm telling you, you can level with me about this science project of yours.
I am not a scientist. Go ahead, ask me what E equals.
What does E equal?
I have absolutely no idea. See? I don't know where you got your information from about me, mister, but you're wrong, wrong, wrong.
Insegna allo studio legale.
I better not. Those lawyers sound kind of nasty.
Ok.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Come on, you can trust me, Doc. Emmett, it's your future I'm looking out for, in more ways than one.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about you and science.
Oh, that word again! If you insinuate I'm a scientist once more, I'll sue you for defamation of character! Equal to age expectation value.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
How about you knock off work early and I'll buy you a beer, or soda. What do you say?
Don't try to tempt me from my duty with sugary beverages. Keeping the wheels of justice turning, that's my one passion in life. Besides, if I left before 8, my pop would kill me.
What's this important business you're up to?
It's a legal matter, very complicated, very abstruse. I need to obtain 5 sets of initials on every copy of this writ of indemnification before before Judge Brown can even think of granting a waiver to the party in the first part.
You have no idea
Oh,
what
mamma
it's
mia.
about, do you?
That's how important it is.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Un poco?
Scared of my father? Pop is the most learned, just, incorruptible judge that Hill Valley has ever seen. The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark secret to hide. And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
Emmett, about
Don't
your...
say it.
Non ho più niente da chiedere. E quindi... Sen, mi dai una mano, bello?
Hey, how you doing, Einie? Will you
Ma
just
che...
give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father? Pop is the most learned, just, incorruptible judge that Hill Valley has ever seen. The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark secret to hide. And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
Ma gli dico questo e mi caccia via. Vabbè. Andiamo a parlare con Doc, arrivato a questo punto. E gli diciamo, Doc, sei un cretino.
Psst, Doc!
Morty, how goes the escape plan?
Ho conosciuto te.
I met your younger self.
Great.
And I gotta say, you're kind of uptight.
What?
You won't even talk to me.
I find that hard to believe. Tell me what happened.
I tried asking him about your rocket drill, but he says he's not a scientist.
What? What? Father.
What's he got to do with this?
In 1931, I was still deathly afraid of my father discovering the truth about my scientific predilections, so I carefully kept them under wraps, practicing science at odd hours, away from his prying eyes.
That sucks.
It sucked a lot. Fortunately, I eventually stood up to him, but right now, my younger self probably thinks you've been sent by my father to check up on me.
What do I do to convince Team Doctor I'm not a spy?
I'm not sure.
Why does your younger self mutter all the time?
Muttering? Why would I be muttering? I never mutter unless... The Hill Valley Expo!
The Expo?
Yes, the Expo. How could I have forgotten? In a few months, the younger me will put on a demonstration at the Hill Valley Exposition, my first public foray into the world of science.
Non abbiamo un mese.
Including a number of noted inventors who shaped my career.
So, it was a big success?
No, it was a miserable failure, but it was a spectacularly miserable failure. One which marked my transition from an amateur garage scientist into a professional seeker of truth.
You know, your younger self seems really dedicated to the law.
It's a facade, I assure you. I had to keep up appearances to appease my father.
What does this expo have to do with you muttering all the time?
When I was younger, I used to relieve stress by working on complex mathematical conundrums. No doubt my younger self is working on some impossible problem in an attempt to work off cerebral steam in the weeks before the exposition. What was I muttering about?
I don't know, h to the something with an inverse of something else. I'm not so good at equations.
That's too bad. I bet if we could solve my younger self's problem, he'd be more inclined to listen to you.
Ok. Non riesco a
I still can't
capire.
figure out what your younger self is muttering about.
Blast! If only I could hear him myself.
Ok, te lo porto.
Let's talk about your younger self's problems later.
Okay, but don't forget we're on a bit of a deadline here.
Vabbè, c'è un cacchio da fare, sta in prigione.
missing here? Or do we take H?
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Emmett, about
Don't
your...
say it.
Vediamola.
Mass times acceleration, of course. That's Newton. But how many newtons are required to maintain a constant mass if acceleration is reduced by the inverse of the derivative of the speed relative to the speed of light? Oh, which brings us back to h.
Lo devo solo pedinare? Forse? Per ascoltare l'indovinello?
Well, no. Going to be the inverse. Oh, yes. Oh, no. Not possible. No. Stand for the Hermitian line operator. But in that case, h to the a multiplied by the inverse of a might still be equal to a's expectation value, but only if the coefficient of friction remains constant and the gravitational constant is variable. Wait, is that even possible? Now, if h stands for the one-dimensional harmonic oscillator...
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Emmett, about
Don't
your...
say it. Well, no. Going to be the inverse.
Inverse.
I don't need to go in there anymore.
Dice sempre l'inverso di qualcosa. Proviamo a tornare da Doc. Aspetta. No, io ho provato ad entrare da là. Quando c'è lui dentro dice che non va bene. Pensavo che gli chiedesse qualcosa sull'Expo, onestamente.
Doc! I'm still not making any headway with your younger self, Doc.
Really?
I still can't figure out what your younger self is muttering about.
Blast! If only I could hear him myself.
Il registratore! Aspetta! Il registratore, giusto?
Let's talk about your younger self's problems later.
Okay, but don't forget we're all
Io me lo
a bit of a
dimentico che noi abbiamo un
deadline here.
inventario. Aspetta. Allora, me lo becco fuori dal... Eccolo.
Is that even possible? Now, if h a one-dimensional harmonic oscillator, then naturally h to a multiplied by the inversion of h has to come out less. Oh, think, Emmett, think. H to the a multiplied by the inverse of a. H to the a multiplied by the inverse of a.
Va bene. Ma torniamo da Doc. Vedi un po' che casino. Ragazzi, Monkey Island era peggio. Lo ammetto, l'ho detto. Aspetta.
Psst, Doc! So, Doc, does this ring a bell?
Oh, think, Emmett, think. H to the a multiplied by the inverse of a. H to the a multiplied by the inverse of a.
Good grief! Is that me? I sound so...
Young?
I was going to say intense. I forgot how wound up I used to get.
Yeah, but what are you muttering about?
Oh, that's easy. It's Ivanov's conundrum. Just tell my younger self that H equals a Hamiltonian operator.
Won't giving him the answer mess up the time stream?
Only if it turns out that reality is actually nothing more than a holographic illusion created by the interplay of subatomic particles on a vast two-dimensional membrane.
So...
It'll be fine.
Qual era la
What was
formula?
H again?
the Hamiltonian operator.
L'operatore hamiltonico, ok.
Hang in there, Doc.
La vedo dura. Ce la possiamo fare, ragazzi. Ce la possiamo fare. Mi ricordo se mostrava qua. Dove sei? È sparito. Eccolo.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Maybe H equals the Hamiltonian operator.
What did you just say?
I said maybe H equals the...
Hamiltonian operator?
Yeah!
Great Scott! If H is a Hamiltonian, then H to the A multiplied by the inverse of H can only be the same as the expectation value for A. That's it! That's the solution to Ivanov's conundrum, the problem I've been wrestling with in my head all week!
I'm sure you would have figured it out by yourself in a day or two. The way you figured out how to build that rocket-powered drill.
Where did you learn so much about science?
Dal pianeta Vulcano. Ho letto molto Jules Verne.
Well, it's like this.
You know about my rocket-powered drill? Then there can only be one explanation.
What?
You're from the patent office.
No.
I confess I didn't quite know what to expect when I sent the paperwork, but I never expected this. Welcome! I'm at your service. What can I do for you?
Ok. Ho bisogno del turbo, davvero tanto. Andiamo con ho bisogno.
Can I see your rocket-powered drill?
Of course, of course. Naturally, it's just a scale model, but it's nearly operational. I can
Modello
show
in
it to you,
scala?
say, first thing in the morning.
Nah, that's no good. I need to see a full-size model. That's fully operational. Tonight. Otherwise, we'll have to award the patent to a competing inventor, Dr. McCoy.
It can't be done! I mean, it might be possible to construct a full-size working model in that time frame, but I haven't got the main ingredient for the fuel.
I'll get it for you. What is it?
190 proof grain alcohol. And you know how difficult it is to get a hold of alcohol these days.
Especially now that someone's blown up the speakeasy.
And besides, there's no way I can get off work until I've delivered the subpoena. Part of the investigation into the business affairs of Kid Tannen. Is it vitally important you see that rocket-powered drill today?
Yes. Is it vitally important you deliver that subpoena today?
Yes!
Listen, I'll help you deliver it, and I'll see to it you get the alcohol you need. It'll help you get that drill finished by tonight. Deal?
Deal. Here's the subpoena.
I've got to subpoena my grandpa?
It's Kid Tannen.
Hey, I just saw him at the soup kitchen, yelling at Arthur McFly.
I'm not surprised. Arthur does the books for his business.
What kind of business?
That's what the DA is trying to find out.
Let's go talk to him.
No!
Why not? Kid Tannen can tell us where Arthur's hiding.
Yeah, well, he can also have us fitted for a Chicago overcoat.
Quindi dobbiamo andare... Che ora è? Ragazzi, facciamo una cosa. Stacchiamo la live qua. Sappiamo che dobbiamo andare a parlare con lui. Salutiamo
Hey, how you
Einstein.
doing, Einie?
Einie?
It's short for Einstein.
Einstein, of course. Because he was a patent officer just like you.
È un cane? Sì, va bene. Allora, salviamo. Sull'1 quindi non possiamo salvare, solo sul 2. Va bene. Poi. Sovrascrivere, sì. Ok. E va bene ragazzi. Allora... per oggi è quanto. Noi ci vediamo alla prossima live. La prossima volta spammerò un po' su tutti i social, diciamo, questa cosa, così sarete un po' più avvisati.